gonna mostly just be in the comments tonight. My errands today have taken my voice away from me.
Ma'am, you and I will be in the comments tonight because I literally just walked in the house, ran in, booted up the computer, and sat down and clicked start broadcast. The I don't even want to talk about errands today. I think I'm just gonna keep my mouth closed unless I have something to say. Y'all can have the talk tonight because your girl is tired. Your girl.
Yeah, and my errands kept me from actually watching the damn show. So I checked the Twitter tag. So of course I oh, excuse me, I have an idea of what happened. But I need y'all to clarify some points about this one teardrop shit that Carter was doing.
Girl, Carter was out here like a classic good slogan. When Steffy was talking to him about how if you can look me in my eye and tell me that you love Paris as as you she ain't say as passionately as you love me. She said, but if you can tell me you love Paris as passionately with your whole full heart, I'll let it go. I'll let it go, girl. He let that one teardrop fall. I'm tired of being the bachelor queen. I'm tired of being the person marrying all these people and sending them on their happily ever after. And I'm at home by myself eating goddamn single serve pot pies. I can't do it no more, Gwen. I can't do it. Girl,
Miss Scarlet.
I can't
I
do it.
was
I
I was
can't do
ready
it.
for I was ready for Quentin to slap the crap out of him.
He really got, but you know what? I felt that for Carter because he has been the designated preacher for 10, 15 years. Every time somebody wants to get married, here they go pulling out Carter. Then they want an annulment. Here they go pulling out Carter. Now they want a divorce. They pulling out, oh, they didn't mean to get divorced. Carter, what you doing in 5 minutes? Can we come to the office and get married again? I felt that for him. He is always the bridesmaid and never who? The bride.
Right.
I was so proud of Lawrence St. Victor for that one tear. I don't know how he pulled that off. I've been meaning to ask him. How did you sit
He
in a
borrowed that trick from Brooke.
I was about to say, did you sit in an extensive class with somebody to learn that single teardrop? Because the other eye didn't get wet at all, but the corner of his eye got wet, and I was like, Carter fixing to cry, y'all. And then that tear fell down his cheek. I was like, oh, they got black Logans. They do have black Logans because his brother is Donna's son, and he got adopted by Eric, so he kind of a Logan. He's an adjacent Logan as well. But
No, he's a full Logan. He's an adjacent Forrester. His mama full Logan.
no, I'm saying Carter is an adjacent Logan.
Oh, yes. Yeah, right.
He is Forrester and Logan adjacent because his adopted brother's mama, who got adopted, his adopted brother's mama is a Logan, and Marcus got adopted by a Forrester. So he's a double threat.
Yeah.
Forrester, I mean Marcus. If Marcus had been a legitimate child, he would be on the same level as RJ, a Logan Forrester spawn.
Yes, he would have. You mailed it. Yes, he would have. But that was ooh, that was a big smiling moment. I loved it. It was good.
Carter over here helping a meltdown about him going being with Quinn, about him not being with Quinn, and then you got Steffy over here having a meltdown with Finn. I'm just like, oh, cool.
And then you got Winnie the Pooh and her honey bear. They still standing up there in the corner talking about this isn't wrong. I don't feel like this is bad. Everything y'all doing is bad.
I'm just waiting for that ring to go off.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm serious. That's what I'm waiting on. I mean, we done seen Eric floozying it up with Donna several weeks. You know, it's been a few weeks that he's been ducking off the dip his wick in honey. So when are we going to get that to explode? I am ready for him to get caught. I done seen him playing around in the honey long enough. I'm ready for him to get caught.
He might as well go take a. He might as well go take a bath with honey if he like honey that much. Jeez.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, he gonna need it because Quinn is gonna hurt him. Because
You
I
think
don't
so?
see, I can't see this story ending where Quinn doesn't destroy Eric
I'm
or
about
damn
tired
near
of him
destroy him.
getting away and being unscathed. Like I need
I
him to
can't see
draw
it.
back a nub or something. Like
I,
I need him to
yeah,
get hurt too.
I,
Like what?
I can't see him getting away with this just scot free, just because calling it even. Quinn gets Carter and he gets Donna. I can't see that. I need for him to suffer because he's literally cheating. He's committing adultery on his wife and he's laughing at her behind her back. I don't think that.
Exactly.
Every
We need
day.
that. We need some justice. Yeah,
Exactly.
Every day.
And that's the whole thing about it. He didn't have to go this route because they signed the papers. She was ready to be on her merry way. And he bought and sold and got everything to pull her back in just to pull this crap. Oh yeah, she gonna
right.
hurt him
That's why
good.
I'm
Quinn
happy
was
for
on
her.
her merry way. Carter didn't already had given Quinn a key to the place and everything.
Yes, they
It
had
was good to
already
go.
made plans to be together.
Yeah.
They had already made
And he
those
was
plans. And that's why when
and he
Quinn
was
came
already
back
like
to
hell
Carter's
the hell
house,
with everybody else.
Quinn was good as gone, and Eric pulled her back because he don't like to lose toys until he's ready to throw them away. He
Mm,
did that same shit to Stephanie. He married Donna and had Stephanie living out in the damn pool house because
go
he didn't care
ahead.
for
That
her no more.
yes. Yes.
It's the same shit he did to Stephanie. And you know what? That's why I want Quinn to obliterate his life. I don't
And
want her to just be like, well, you know what, Eric, we both hurt each other and we've both done horrible things. But I can understand. No, I don't want her to understand shit
mhm.
except for I can't. You told me you forgave me. And here I am sitting here looking like boo boo the damn fool while you over here getting honey spread on your bits and pieces. I could have been over here living my best life with a man who really cares about me. But no, I'm hanging on here for you, and you make
Mhm.
the damn whole ass fool out of me.
And
No,
see, you remember that episode? Like you could see the light go off on his face. Like you could see when she was like, "Okay, I signed everything. You know, I came in and leaving out with what I came in with." He looked like, "What? You not
right.
crying? You signed the papers. You ready to leave?" You know
Yeah,
what? I
I was
changed my
shocked.
mind. I changed my mind. I don't want to be alone.
Right.
No.
And here's the thing. Okay, so first off, Brooke was shocked by that too, because we all know that Brooke Logan is she ain't gonna give up no marriage without getting some out of it. So the fact that Quinn wasn't gonna fight, Brooke was ready and preparing herself to fight Quinn over Eric's divorce. She was ready to fight Quinn in court, be there, testify, and everything. And when Quinn said no, her party ended. She was deflated. Ain't nothing else for Brooke to do with that. She's not gonna fight you. Well, what the hell am I supposed to caterwaul her about if Queen's not
Exactly.
going to fight you? I don't have anything to be upset about. So
Exactly.
that's the thing, Eric. You don't want to be alone. Donna was sitting there throwing herself at him at that time.
Sure was.
Katie and Brooke all but had Donna bucket naked in a vat of honey,
So did.
waiting on Eric. So this excuse about him taking Quinn back because he don't want to be alone is some bull shit.
You right.
Because Donna was in his face at that time. Eric, I love you. I'm gonna always love you, Eric. I just think it's ridiculous what Quinn is doing to you, and I worship the ground that you walk on. I love your doctor shows, inner souls, Eric. I just love everything about your dirty damn bathwater. I love you, dirty damn bathwater. She every day talking about her feelings for her honey bear and how we'll always have the honey in the cabinet. Why didn't he take Donna up at that time to make him happy forever? You so scared of being alone, you got Donna throwing herself at you right now. He did not have to take Quinn back to
Yep.
avoid dying alone. He got
Yes.
a whole damn passel of Logans waiting to wipe the dribble off of his chin. And
And just
he
like,
the Quinn hostage.
And he doing it with Donna right now because Donna said,
but
I'm
it's just
enjoying our time together. And he's sitting there looking like, I'm enjoying it too. If you enjoying it so much, give Quinn a divorce that she wants. so
That's
she can
just
go
like
on her
what
merry way.
Sam said. Was that Sam or was that you, Bubbles, that just said it's about embarrassing? He just trying to embarrass her. He don't want to put the toys away and just let them go unless he's done playing with them. Like that's exactly what it is. Nailed it on the head.
And I'm sick of him. I'm sick of Eric, you guys.
I am
Me
too.
too. Me
I've
too.
been him for
I got to be
years.
honest. I'm sick of the whole storyline. To be honest, that's why I'm kind of quiet. I'm actually sick of the whole storyline already. I just want him to get caught and fall out the head.
I hope they're not waiting for Carter to get married for him to get caught so Quinn can go run over there. I hope that's not happening.
That's
But see,
exactly
that's the
what's
thing.
gonna
That's
happen.
But see, that's the thing. This is where I'm talking about the justice in the end. No, it's not going to be no justice in the end for me. With Quinn losing out on Carter, and that just not going to work. I mean, I need Eric to pay and suffer, and Quinn needs to win that and Carter both. To me, it's just no payoff at all for Eric to get off scot free, and for Paris to marry Carter. No
But
freaking
you
way.
know she gonna get Carter. She just ain't gonna get it. Not like we were saying yesterday. This is Carter's love story, right? So in the beginning, they gotta be a little rough. So they gonna be together, just not right now because she gotta
Right.
fake the pregnancy. She gotta fake the pregnancy in order for her to lock him in right now.
Well, whatever's going on with the Paris front in the meantime, um, I need for Eric to be taken to the cleaners. I can wait on whatever's going down with Carter and Quinn, but Eric has to pay sooner than later.
I don't
This,
want her to
this
take it to the cleaners. I want her to take his ass to the hood laundromat and put that shit straight on the spin cycle and drain all of it out of him. The cleaners is too nice. That's for delicates. The
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
cleaners
need to
is
be
the
exactly.
down there
clean.
taking up residence on Skid Row around where the
Yeah,
destitute is.
Right.
I
His
mean they
ass
we,
literally
take it to the washing
walking.
machine like the damn shitty dog bed that you got at your client's house. The dog bed down. You ain't putting that in your washing machine. You taking it over there to this laundromat and letting them
what
people
happened
wash
to
it.
the sword that she used with Liam at? I
You
wonder
know
where that
what? She
sword at.
need to
Cause
make
she,
a whole new sword for his
And
ass.
you know what I used to love about that sword? That used to remind me of like that's why her and Bill got along so good. They both had swords.
well, too bad. Bill stuck his sword in the side of his neck dealing with Liam.
Oh my God, that thing wasn't even in his neck. It was in a bag of money that he was holding out, waiting on the daggone jeweler to come so he can buy some jewelry. He was so dramatic.
Talking about some, well, I don't want to lose you, Liam. Liam said, I want no part of
And
you.
Liam fell for it.
Liam turned around. Here go Bill. Stuck it. Like, I'm just like, really? Really, Bill? Really? You trying to traumatize the kid for him to keep quiet on you? Really? That's not a good idea.
Who
I
Now
said
have to
that?
Liam's
They missed
stupid.
Amaya said I miss him his pimp dressing. Yeah, walking around them true religion jeans and having on them tailor made shirts. Looking fine.
what kind of
Yeah, I'm
shirt?
having
But
a
yeah. So them shirts, one of them shirts tailor made.
Bill shirt. No, those were designer brands. I want to say they were Robert Graham shirts because girl, I saw them at. So I love Nordstrom. We have
Yeah.
here, and so I was in Nordstrom one day, and I saw Bill Spencer's entire wardrobe at the Nordstrom. I was like, hold on. He had this on a couple of episodes ago. This was a couple of years ago, though. They used to have him because the thing that stood out to me was that the inside of the collars were different
Mm-hmm.
shirt. And so when that caught my eye at Nordstrom, I was like, these are the shirts that he's wearing. I almost bought one, but I just could not I couldn't justify paying that much for a shirt. Like I would have to wear that shirt every day for like 3, 4, 5, 20 years to justify paying that much for one shirt. But they're awesome. They're beautiful. I'm not gonna lie. That's
I remember those T-shirts that they used to wear. They used to have like I think it's a red star or something on the back of them. They used to have them at Nordstrom's.
mm-hmm.
And T-shirts were expensive.
I I started going to WarrenOnTV.com usually just to see what the ladies are wearing because some of those outfits, of course, none of them would fit me. But a lot of the outfits, the newer stuff is really nice. And stuff from other shows, you can find out, where to buy it if you really like it. But usually it's nothing over a 10. So paper dolls for me, that's what it is. But I will go and see who made it and who designed it just because I'm nosy. But they're doing better now. I'm trying.
Maya out here throwing shots. She said, "Forest Creations does not make pretty clothes."
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna say this though, Amaya. When Thomas Hamilton Forrester was designing the men's line, when Thomas Hamilton Forrester was out here designing Taboo and making Brooke's knees shake, even though she was lying, talking about she would never. When we didn't watch that hooker do it already, the men's line was on point. Oh, who playing Covet Fashion? I gave Covet Fashion up for the house design because Covet Fashion kept playing with me and my money, and I had to let them people go. But Thomas Hamilton Forrester, when he had that Taboo line, I'm gonna go have to find some videos. The man that Forrester was dressed tight when Thomas was designing and creating for Taboo, and Rich got rid of Taboo because his mama made Thomas lie about them damn berries. Taboo went the way of everything else that didn't stand. But you're right. They need a man.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was just gonna say every time Thomas does something better than Ridge gets super jealous and he cuts him off at the knees. Like it's so pitiful.
Yeah, I don't
He's
like the way
so
Ridge is
intimidated and so jealous of his own child.
Or he set him up to fail. Remember when Thomas was married to Gabby, and neither Ridge or Taylor were wild about the idea, but Taylor was willing to let them stay married as long as they didn't have sex. She was ridiculous for that request because they was married, but Ridge wasn't having none of it. So Ridge made young green Thomas, green ass brand new Drew Tyler Bell Thomas, green ass, made him get into that design off. Well, Thomas, if your designs beat my designs, you can stay married to Gabby.
Right.
Never mind that Thomas is just still sharpening damn pencils down in distribution, and Ridge been doing this his whole life. You really thought that was fair to make my boy put his marriage, and that's why I want Gabby to come back. Because it wasn't fair to make Thomas put his marriage on the line. He was grown enough to get married. They didn't do nothing illegal. They were both 18. I really
He's always trying to go in competition with him.
I think it really came down to he didn't want Thomas being happy with that girl because they was happy. And it started out with Thomas just trying to help a friend. But I also think they just didn't want Thomas married to the maid's daughter.
Exactly. That's what it was.
Yeah,
ding,
that was probably Ridge like that. He's like that. He's always been like
that. To the maid's daughter. Meanwhile, you married the caterer's daughter 27 times.
See, what I'm gonna need Taylor to do now, since Ridge is about to go back to Brooke, how about she go over there cut up his clothes while Brooke ain't there?
Who? Taylor don't need to cut up nothing of his.
No.
Taylor ain't losing no skin off her nose. That's Brooke's husband. He left. He going back home. Taylor ain't got no reason to be mad. Brooke should be mad that he's been over there bonding with Taylor for months. So she gonna get her husband back. She gonna get her husband back, and her husband gonna be fantasizing about Taylor.
Right.
And then she gonna be mad about that, talk about some, oh, you shouldn't have been over there in the first place. You should have been at home. Well, that was your fault why he left.
Deacon in that house. If she would have kept Deacon from coming, going as he please, and treating Deacon like he is literally a household member, then she wouldn't be having those issues. Because Deacon wouldn't have been at her house on New Year's Eve if she had listened to Ridge.
Hello.
So she got everything that she got was to me, she earned it. Ridge told her, he's trouble. Get rid of it. She didn't do it. Trouble happened. And now she living in it.
You know, this is Brooke we talking about. This the same wench who sat up there and told him, "Oh, you mean my house?" Like,
Yeah,
first of
exactly.
all, you ain't bought no deed to nothing. You don't got a deed to nothing. Only reason why you got that house because he bought it for you. Then you gonna sit up there and rub it in the man's face? Like, yeah, that's the same one who sit up there and take a ring off for a statement and then want to put it right back on when the shit don't go her way.
Listen,
Mm-mm.
Didn't
said
she
the
take a
same
ring?
thing. I said the
Didn't
same
she?
thing. Oh, go ahead, Reginald.
Didn't she take her ring off when Reg was trying to help out Thomas when Thomas got injured and
Mm.
she wanted in the house?
Yeah,
Yeah,
If I was Reg, I would have left
right.
in. Like,
Yeah.
he did. He went with Shauna. He did. He left and he went with Shauna. But
and I
after
wouldn't
the
have would have came back.
yeah, after we came back from the COVID snap, they had just really canceled that the whole Shauna thing. I mean,
Yeah,
Right.
they
because we was
did.
on our way to Shauna and Ridge, and that literally was just devastating for me because I was that was so exciting.
But now listen, I pointed this out a while ago, and I had so many Brooke fans on my back. It felt like I went somewhere and attacked Beyonce, and the Beehive got on me.
What happened?
Yes, because I said that was Brooke's house, and they were like, "Well, Ridge lives there. That's Ridge's house too. He bought it for her when they got married." I was like, "That's right. He bought it for her. It's a gift. He didn't
Mm.
just let her keep it in any of the divorces. That was a gift. You don't get gifts back. If they had bought it together as their family home, they would have split it because California's community property. Well, ridiculous to think that her husband, that's not his house. I said, well, it might be his because his name is on the deed. He signed the paperwork. You know, a notary had to be there and get paid and signed all that. So on paper, that's his house. But Brooke never regards that as Ridge's house.
No, she said it
No, she
herself.
doesn't. No, she doesn't ever say that's our house. It's never our. It's mine. And
Right.
he bought it as a gift for them, not for just her. It's because she was up in a damn condo out on the other side of the town. So instead of her traveling back and forth, then okay, you get a house near us in Beverly Hills. Before that, she was not in Beverly Hills. That is, it gets on my nerve. Like, okay, whatever. Let me digress from this
Really,
Well,
topic.
yeah, because we all know that Brooke didn't buy the house. That's not the point. It is her house. She told Ridge, "You moved into my house." That was the whole thing. So, regardless of who actually owned it, she does not regard that home as Ridge's. She
nope.
only regards that house as hers. And if Ridge don't like it, he can kick
That's a
rocks.
true
That was
fact. She
basically what
is a
she
like a
said.
nomad. Ridge
That's what
don't
she
really have
said.
a home. Like
He's never
he
had a home.
he never had. Like once
He
he
bought he
got
bought he
grown
bought
and
his
moved
home
up out of Forest Mansion, he's never really like stayed settled any one place. The last
because he
time
was
he really
blaming
was
them.
settled was at the house that he bought for him and Taylor and them kids that now has Bill living up in it. But since then he ain't really been
Because
like
he bought
settled
two,
in
he
the
bought
house.
a house for each wife. When he leaves
Yeah.
one wife, he goes to the other. So yeah, you can say he don't have a home of his own, but he bought two homes for both of his hoes, and he go to whichever house he want to go to whenever he want to. I mean, I don't get the big deal about Ridge buying his hoes houses because he can go back to them whenever he get ready. I mean, come
Well, he
on.
can't go
I
back
mean,
to
if Taylor
Taylor's
wouldn't have
house.
sold hers, I mean,
Well, Taylor
he
sold her
he
house
He
only
to
go
did
the
back.
that
He
bill.
because
go back to the house that he bought Taylor. He gotta go sleep next to Bill.
He ain't gonna have that.
They finna be bunk buddy.
But didn't
But
Taylor get
I
the
guess
beach
the
house?
gist of it. It would have been real nice if Taylor would have bought her own house down in St. Thomas. That would have been lovely. I would have loved that.
Taylor bought her own condo when she moved it. When she bought her own house, her own beach house. Taylor
I
bought her own
know.
beach house. Everybody bought their own house basically, except for the Brooke. Katie bought her house.
Yep.
Stephanie bought two houses. Um, um, who was we just talking about? Taylor had
Brooke
bought
Yep.
her
did.
beach house.
Taylor
Taylor
bought her
bought a
own
beach house
house.
before she even married Ridge. I mean, all of them done had houses moved and forth and coming back and forwards. I mean, with Ridge, it don't matter. It don't matter who names on the house. He
Mm-mm.
gonna live with either her or the other one.
Yep. Well, now he got to live either with Brooke or with his daddy because I don't see him going back to Steffi's house for any reason. And that's the thing. He didn't even have to leave Steffi's house at all. Like, why would you leave your daughter's house because your wife is mad that her mama's staying there too? If y'all keeping y'all hands to yourself and she trusts you, shouldn't be nothing to worry about. But of course, Brooke would say he don't trust Taylor.
And Ridge is gonna put Brooke before he put his own daughter, because in this situation it ain't got nothing to do with Taylor.
No.
Steffi was shot. Her husband is dead. Ridge should be at that beach house, but Ridge is going to leave the beach house because he never puts his own family and his own kids first. So, right now that's I think Taylor and Ridge are great together just because I like to see them on screen together. I like the dynamic, but he's just not a good character. I just never have liked the character himself.
I'm gonna
Ever.
croak
He's
in
just
here for a
hard.
minute and say I now have a firm reason to support Taylor and Bill. So Bill could give Taylor both her goddamn houses back since he apparently owns both of them.
Child. If he
I don't
go
know if
with
it's
if
Wyatt's beach
Bill
house.
and
Beach
if
house.
Bill and Taylor get
Because
together,
why
I'll be
is it
happy.
Taylor's old beach house, right?
Yeah, I don't know if that's Taylor's old beach house. I'm not sure if Wyatt's
That
beach
I,
house is Taylor's.
first it was Stephanie's, then it became Taylor's,
It
and
was
now
not.
Wyatt living up
It
there.
was not Stephanie's.
It
Not
was
Taylor's.
Stephanie's. That's the
Taylor's
house
beach
that he
house.
that
Taylor's beach house that she bought. Stephanie went with her with the realtor. They all three was in the beach house together. Stephanie talked Taylor into buying it from the realtor. I'm not talking about Stephanie's beach house. I'm talking about
That
Taylor's
even though
original
we
beach
ain't been to
house.
Wyatt's in a long time, I remember what that door was looking like when Penny Palatine clocked Flo upside the head, and that looked a lot like Taylor's old place.
Is that the same house that Thomas burned down when
yes, yes, which was Stephanie's old house. That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. That's Stephanie's old beach house because the door is okay. The door, the land, and everything is still the same. It's just different colors. It's just different furnishing. It's the same beach house. Like, look how they go on the outside of the porch. It's the same decorating. Like, I don't know if they meant to keep it like that and they just wanted to make. But if you look at it, it's the same like skeleton
I
of
don't
the
know if it's
same beach
the same
house.
house, but I just know that the house, the beach house that I'm referring to is a beach house that Taylor purchased that she did not purchase from Stephanie because Stephanie was with her when they were with the realtor. So that's all I know. I remember that scene. I remember it because Taylor and Ridge had broke up and Taylor was thinking about going somewhere else and Stephanie was telling her, no, you get your own place. You get your own apartment because if you think you want to fight back for Ridge, you're going to need your own place. And she literally described, just look at this place. Look at this view. Look at it. Can you imagine you and Ridge being here, doing blah, blah, blah. And Taylor bought the house. And Taylor bought
I
the
know
beach
what
house.
you're talking about. I know what you're talking about, but I'm just saying. I know what you mean. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that's the same skeleton of. Okay, I
At a
don't
time.
know. Yeah,
At a time.
Darling said when rich people go broke, we lose whole sets.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because Taylor had her own place. I mean, I don't know what the hell is going on with Bold and Beautiful in sex. I mean, every other soap opera can seem to have a home for everybody. Bold and Beautiful literally have homeless people. I
They're
mean,
not
seriously.
homeless, they're transient.
I know, but it's so freaking bizarre. I mean, it's so damn bizarre. It's just odd. They literally have Thomas on screen talking about moving into a place and ain't got nowhere, living in a hotel. Nobody knows where he even lives.
They
This
might
is
as well.
that's
They
how
might as well
Paris
just let.
was.
They might as well
It's
just let him move
crazy.
in with Steffi. At this
and
That's
point,
how
Well, no,
Paris
she has a
was.
family.
Like, why
Steffi
was
has a family. This is my point. Steffi has a family. Taylor don't need to be at her house all the time. Rich don't need to be at her house all the time. These are two other grown people. What I mean, literally, we had Finn missing for months because we had Taylor in Ridge and Steffi and Thomas at the Cliff House doing scenes. I mean, literally. Why
I'm
why
with
don't these people have homes? What's
I'm
the what's
with
the deal with
Darling.
sex?
Like they should have given Thomas that condo a long time ago.
They
That used
need
to
to
be
they need to go
Steffi's
on
old
a set
condo.
building
that's
spree.
that's where
Period.
Carter lives. No, that's where Carter lives now. That's the same set That's what
Ridge is
Carter.
old.
Yeah,
Ridge is
Ridge is
old.
old
Ridge and
place.
Caroline used to
That's
live there.
yeah, right. You see
Jackie,
how that?
all them people had that one place. Jackie, Ida,
Hmm.
Ridge, and Caroline, Stephanie bought it when she was hooking up with Bill, and now it's Carter's. So no, Thomas can't have it because they finally gave Carter a place to live after almost 20 damn years. But Thomas needs a place to live too because he has an actual child.
But you know, you
Hmm.
would think that all the characters that are human beings would need a place to live.
But that's the idea behind the Forrester Mansion. That's the family home. So when people need
Yeah,
a place to stay, that's where they stay. Like that's where Ridge is.
I agree. But they don't. But they're not doing it. I
But
mean,
now they
that would
got
make
Tom.
sense. It would make sense for Brooke, Hope, and Liam to live at Brooke's house. It makes
It's a
sense
big
because it's
house
a
out
mansion.
together
It's a mansion. Why can't they have one side and Brooke have the other? Right?
because Brooke is loud when she has sex, so she don't want them to hear her screaming about her destiny all day, every day. No,
Oh my god! Oh
Well,
my
then they
god!
need to. They just need to hurry up and put these people in homes. I
in
mean,
the
it's really ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's silly. It's so silly.
Thomas done went from a 2 bedroom apartment to about to get a house
To
to the
nothing. But
house
they
not
got a
going
whole
through.
set for Eric and Donna to fool around with Honey. I mean, come on.
I've never
What's the
seen
deal?
anybody being so rich and unable to buy a house with all the complications that Thomas has been going through. Like, okay, you couldn't go get that one house, but you could just go and buy one outright. Like all these
Oh
homes
yeah,
is
he was
for
ready to
sale from
buy the
owners.
house, but
What
he
you
got
gotta
stuck in the
lose
house.
them
So
for?
what you do? You go to the next house. You don't stay
Exactly.
homeless.
Darling got me screaming. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying not to. I'm so sorry. The comments, y'all, in the comments. I'm sorry.
But they got Thomas coming to Steffi house every other day. Now she picking up Hayes and Kelly, taking them over to the cliff to the cabin. No
They
no
need
no
to
no
go ahead and do
no
what I
no.
said. They need to go because it's probably what they holding out to do. Transfer everybody over. Put Stephanie Jr. in the main house and get Thomas the Cliff House. That
Oh,
is
that's
just
the plan.
go ahead and do that.
Uh-uh. Steffi's home is the Cliff House. She bought that home because she wanted to make that the home for her daughter. I don't know why everybody ready to kick Steffi out the Cliff House and because they don't like it.
I ain't ready to
I
kick
like
her
it.
out. I'm just saying it's time for her to upgrade.
She
Upgrade
don't
No,
that
need
she
body
to
to
she
the
know.
Cliff
said
House. That's
she
all it's
claimed she
supposed
said
to
she liked the
She's on a
beach, so
cliff
she gonna keep
overlooking the
it.
Pacific Ocean and mountains. She can walk down to the beach every day. She good.
They better go find Thomas a home.
Thomas need to find his own place. Steffi don't need to usurp and get up and move because Thomas need a place to live. They need to hurry up and build some sets and make some sense around here. They ain't
They
making
better
no
go
sense,
find
and it's
something for
really
Taylor too.
irritating. I mean,
Amaya
because think
made
about it. What's so Steffi finna leave, and she gonna go to Europe. So is Taylor gonna be taking over her house? Like well, Taylor does live there, so I guess it's gonna be just Taylor and whoever she dating. I mean, it's just so weird. It's just so
But
weird.
but
And
listen,
who?
Amaya made a good point in that the Bells own many of the houses that they use as sets. The Bells own the Cliff House, the Bells own Brooks House, and the Bells used to own the Forrester Mansion, but they sold it. So that's their house. They get people set up in there all day. I'm sure they got more rooms than just the rooms we see, but they can't really change the living rooms and stuff around all that much because that's just what the house is.
They don't
And
film in them houses,
no, they don't. That's for the exterior shots. I don't know,
right?
girl. I'm just trying to help somebody figure it out. I
No,
don't
they
know.
need to figure it out. I mean, this soap's been running for a long time, and the thing is that they just need to build sets. That's it. It don't take rocket science. They know what time it is. They know what
Well,
time it is.
when they made
What
a
they
mistake
doing is
was
they
when
keep selling property. They keep selling property off that CBS lot. Is what they doing, and they ain't got no damn room to build the sets. I mean, come on. What are they thinking about?
And they can't call it a COVID problem because it's been like this way
For
before COVID.
years. I
Yes.
mean, literally, they keep selling parts of the CBS studio. They keep selling parts of it. They keep making it smaller and smaller. They already literally basically they have to build a set if they so they had to build the alley set. They just not had to build the affair set. but they can't build. They can do is just build what they need at the time. They just don't have no space for another house for other adults like Thomas and Taylor and Deacon. Well, Deacon set is well.
Well,
Wow,
Deacon
they
lives
made
in
a
the
set for
back.
Deacon,
Well, Deacon lives in the
but and
back
it's a set,
of.
but it's a set.
They can get
It's a
rid of
set.
that bedroom set for the Forreston Mansion because ain't nothing happening up in there. So won't they just go ahead and make a new house up out of that one of them bedroom sets? Like the
You
only
know, we would
bedroom,
think, we would think that somebody is doing that, right? We would think if somebody wrote on paper,
right?
"Oh, we're trying to find a house," that literally somebody is trying to build a house. I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't get it with the soap. I mean, the soap has been good lately, but it's still small things that's irritating as hell. That's one of them. Ain't no damn sets.
So
You
was
got
Thomas living
everybody piled up
outside of his
inside of
car?
who?
So
His point.
Queen
They
Lee
might
was
as well just say Thomas living outside of his car because he don't got a house.
They might as well because that's basically where they have it left hanging in the air. He was staying with Paris. Paris rejected him. He said, "Well, I'm gonna go ahead and move out." She said, "No, you don't have to move out. I thought he was staying, but then he told somebody else that he was looking for a place still. You know what I'm saying? So it's just
He moved into
irritating.
an apartment.
so she said Queen Libra saying KKL's live on Instagram. Is that her or is that Dom?
Let me go find out for you guys, cause I follow her, but I don't think I got her. That's
She
her.
said it's her.
She going around the studio with her foot on one of those wheelie wheels. Let me see if I can share this with you guys. Remember, we have that
Yeah.
capability now.
The
I wonder how they gonna spin while Brooks
Scarlet is
legs
on
met. I
fire
wonder
in
how they
this
gonna spin how Brooks legs messed up.
Can you
Yeah.
guys see it now?
Yes, I
Yes.
see.
Your portrait too. Oh, the portrait is way too close.
I love that we can do this and watch the TV together.
Wait, do boomerang.
Look at that.
Oh God, how do I? Hold on.
She got a good time. I had to wheel myself to my damn bed.
This thing's annoying.
That really gets
Especially
mad.
when John was talking about them painkillers.
Wait, how do I do boomerang? I don't have that on Instagram. It has reel.
Told y'all Percocet smoothie. That's all they could do.
There it is.
This is it?
That really
Oh, I
reminds
see.
me of the little wheelchair
All right,
that
ready?
Jackie was
1,
driving around.
2, 3.
It's so personally cute.
So stupid.
I don't understand what he's trying to do.
Let's see, maybe I'll use it.
All right.
I wonder. Is they gonna say later in the story she fell down the steps, which Reed comes running home to come help her out. I really wonder how that's gonna play out.
Yeah.
Who knows? They might say that Taylor threw her down the step. Her or Quinn.
Like they said,
Well, I'm 3 miles away from here, of course.
like they claim Ivy fell down the steps because of Steffy. Now what's the Steffy fault?
No.
So
Oh yeah, I remember that era. They was trying to make every time you turn
everything
around,
about
clumsy Ivy was falling and getting hurt around Steffi.
they had the nerve to put a restraining order out against Steffi.
Mm-hmm.
Your own cousin trying to kill you. Girl, bye. Her name is not Allie.
Right.
Ivy.
Did she freeze?
Well, the thing
Mhm.
is still
Looks like it.
Oh, okay.
All right, you're ready. Oh, it is.
Oh, somebody had the nerve to say, use your boot to kick Taylor.
Motherfucker.
I see that. Kathy Collins, 711. Let me
No.
make a note of that.
Ugh.
Taylor gonna sideswipe that boot real quick.
I don't know why Dom
Yeah, Taylor ain't studying that
how
boot.
to use a camera. I'm
She'll
sure
probably
that
be sitting down behind a desk or something, sitting down behind a chair, like Steffi,
So they
Steffi
got
has been
bad
during the
reception or
pregnancy.
something because the ticket is still going. The comments are still going. Yeah, there's something wrong with his connection.
He posted or something. So,
Complaining, then I shut it off.
oh well, that was it.
Who is that typing? Mute your phone.
Sam, Speedy Gonzalez.
That was me. My bad.
Always her. You can tell by the typing. She the only one sound like she on the actual damn keyboard.
That's so crazy. I can't believe my phone sound like that.
Look,
I
Sam,
showed you
I
too.
knew it was you. I wasn't gonna throw you out there like that though. You know what I'm trying to be.
Oh, who is that?
That is Holly Berry and her man girl. You know I follow Miss Berry too. She said this the happiest she's been ever. And she's happy. And I'm happy for her too. I guess ain't nobody else gonna be live from the show. That was wild though. That was
Look
wild.
at darling. Don't be starting no mess talking about Steffi's guest. It's not open. No, ma'am. Don't
Steffi's
start
what?
no mess.
But now who everybody hold on. I'm gonna mute you, Irene, because I think that might be you. It was. Um the Ivy era was pure trash. Yes, it was. It seems there was. But y'all
Child.
remember Brooke did say something to Ridge about maybe I could help by filling in for Steffi.
Yeah, she pulled that shit and he knocked her ass clean off her high horse. So, for what? Like, she thought she was gonna
Oh,
be.
well, but that's coming now because Steffi's gone and
Yeah,
Taylor's here, so they're gonna go back to replaying Brooke and Ridge in the office while Taylor is at home. You remember that era
yeah,
where
yeah.
Taylor used to catch them all the time when Taylor and Ridge were married, and Brooke was always throwing herself on Taylor's husband.
Yeah, didn't they
So
throw
they're
her
gonna
out
be
there to be in a spoiler where she's supposed to be throwing herself at him this sometime this week, like it's
yeah.
original?
Yeah, she's
Mm.
supposed to go to Eric's house probably and try to seduce him, and I think he's gonna reject her. And she's gonna go back home, and I think
And her
Deacon is supposed to
feelings.
tell right, and Deacon is supposed to tell her. I guess make her feel better. You never know. He might kiss her, but um,
You know what makes
um,
it so sad though, y'all, is that she is throwing herself at her husband.
yep.
Her husband. Girl, you are throwing yourself at your husband and he don't want you.
And
Like,
at this is the man she's been with all these years, 30 something years, and they still haven't found destiny yet.
and she
And
still
destiny is
You
supposed to be
know,
a place. You're supposed to find it at some point. You're not
you
supposed to
at
die
some
looking
point
for it.
they've been together for so long, off and on. You would think.
Right.
And
Right.
look, Steven, don't start no mess.
I
I already
mean,
asked Darling, don't do it. Don't do it. Ain't
but
nobody give you a Steffi Dash.
look,
Child.
who else is gonna
But
do it? Because Eric is getting ready to be
Thomas.
busted by Quinn, so he ain't gonna be able to feel. Brooke is gonna say, "You need me, Ridge." Eric is
yep,
gonna
she sure
handle this
is.
Quinn mess. Steffi's gone. I mean, the company could just fall apart. Let me help you. You know,
Ain't nobody looking for her to do that.
And he gonna fall for it because that's just what he does.
yep.
I doubt
So,
it.
but
I
and
doubt it.
that's what
Her
I'm
era
saying
is
though.
over. She done
But
served her
but
time. That's
yeah, but
over. It's dead and gone. We ain't looking to be putting no clothes on QVC no more. We done with that.
yeah,
Eric,
hey, but listen, I'm trying to
yeah,
tell you, this is what's coming. I mean, with Steffi out and Ridge is there, Brooke is gonna get behind the desk and be all up under Ridge. I mean, because why else? I mean, he's not home. He ain't paying no attention to us. So if he's there working all day, she's going to make it her business to make herself um not only available but
But Steffi
necessary.
is not gone that long. She has gone before, and Brooke has not wanted to play CEO.
But the
And
difference now is we got Taylor, and we
right,
have the triangle whether we like it or not.
right.
So we gonna have Brooke and Ridge at Forrester, and Taylor. I don't know.
she not.
Hopefully she'll be under somebody else because I can't watch Taylor, waste away for Ridge. She's too hot and sexy for that.
Yeah, I think she's gonna be doing a lot more work with Thomas and him trying to reconcile getting his child back.
That
No,
would be great. That would be
That would
great.
be beautiful.
I don't
Yeah,
understand how
because he's a little bit.
everybody in the fandom should be behind Thomas and Douglas being reunited as a family because that
Mm-hmm,
is his son. Period.
mm-hmm. What
Everybody should be behind that.
Thomas needs to stop being scary and put on his big boy drawers and realize that he is enough. He
And
is
he has a
enough for
son.
his
That's right.
child.
That's right. And he is damn enough. That's right. There are
So
single
that's
men. I
it.
don't understand this show. I mean, just like literally, don't nobody think that a single father can raise a child?
Well, they
I
deal
mean,
with Ridge, and that's probably what the stigma that Thomas is dwelling from. Like, he's seen from personal experience a single father mourning the loss of the mother, and this is what happened. That's why he threw his child towards hope because he thought it was a good idea. This is what his son wants. So,
Girl,
well,
he was a
that's what I'm talking
single
about. The show.
father
The
when
show should do a better
throwing
job.
herself at him the whole time, and she claimed raising them kids.
say what now? What happened?
I said, how can Ridge ever claim that he was a single father when Brooke interjected herself at the funeral and didn't let go and claims raising them kids?
Honey,
Right.
honey, that's all her fans they go off of. She was up there swinging off of his love stick, trying to play mommy dearest and wasn't raising nobody kids. Anybody was raising anybody kids, it was Stephanie Douglas Force was raising Hope raising Brooks kids. Now that's who was raising people's children.
She showed it because she raised Bridget too.
She raised Bridget and little Eric before he
And
changed his name.
yep,
Exactly. Before he was Rick, he was little Eric, and he was living up in the Forrester Mansion.
yep,
So quit playing. That's
yep,
who was raising who kids, not Brooke. Brooke was sitting up there trying to swing up off his ridge love stick.
yep. I'm not disagreeing with that. But
She
you
was
know
never
she'll
shown as a
claim it.
good mother. Yeah, Brooke was never shown as a good mother to those children with as I recall. There's been a lot of gaps that I had, but all I recall from Brooke's kids was they all always complained how loose she was, and the kids always teased them, talked about them, people whispered
Yeah,
behind their back. So she was never I've never seen her portrayed as a good mother. And then after
she
she slept with Deacon, her daughter's husband, I mean, that whole thing was off the table. You know, you're not gonna get the prize now.
right. And then what happened when Taylor was trying to give her good advice and she was looking at her like Taylor was trying to down her. No, I'm trying to help you understand why your child sitting up here being a bully and why he finna grow up and have problems. And not nothing to
And
Because
do
she
with
keep
you.
trying to make his brother his daddy.
Exactly. And he got a complex now.
Of
Thank
course,
you.
you can't be my brother, and but acting like my daddy, especially when I don't
Exactly.
like you when I prefer my own daddy.
Exactly.
That's what she always did. She always had them kids always in some kind of strange situation, and
See,
she was just a
she
bad
used her
person.
children as pawns. She used her children as pawns to keep a man. And
yep.
when it didn't work, she wanted to get rid of them children. I'm sorry, I don't care what nobody say. They were not in her eye scope to be mothered unless they can be used for a purpose to get rich. End of
Yeah.
story.
So yeah, while Taylor is back in town now, Brooke is going to be competing with Taylor for her own husband. How romantic! I mean, I got to be honest. Even if she got him back, how romantic! It's a trash story. It's a trash story for Brooke. It's a trash story for Ridge. She's competing for her husband with Taylor, and I guess the payoff is that she wins her husband. Is that it?
Child, I ain't fighting nobody for my own damn husband. I'm sorry.
For the
I just
last
Right.
couple of
But
weeks,
that's
you've
sorry.
what's
been
happening.
telling Taylor.
Either
For the
you
last
go
couple,
either you gonna be married to me or you can go on over here. Like when I take my ring off, that's not a threat. That's a I'm for real. I'm not fighting nobody for your ass. I thought I already won because I wear the ring and I got your name. But you want me to get out here in these streets again? And I got choices, bitch. Bye.
Yeah, she gonna be out there trying to convince him to go back home to their destiny, and he's going to give her. I guess they're gonna agree to terms They're going to sit down and barter out some terms for a reconciliation. Um, but we know that that's not going to last because just as sure as Deacon and Bill are around, Brooke is going to make sure that they have access to her. If not, so that they can just come up and just knock on the door for she can tell them to leave. They don't leave, she'll stand right there and indulge them.
And she does. And that's why I'm like, why are you even trying to fight to keep your husband when you literally out the box have choices now? And according to the spoilers, Hope and Deacon are both going to tell Brooke that she could be with him. I said
Oh
so.
no. I think the way so I heard that too. That spoiler read to me that Brooke, I'm sorry, not Brooke, Hope and Deacon basically are begging Brooke to consider their relationship. So Brooke is basically from what I'm getting at it, Brooke is basically gonna tell Deacon just he can't come around no more. And Hope and Deacon is gonna be like, well, what about my relationship with my dad or my daughter? So they're gonna be like, think about our relationship while you and Ridge together. What about me and my dad? Hope is being very childish to me. We all said from the beginning that there was no need for Deacon to have that kind of access to Ridge's home, and they made it so bad with Deacon coming to the main house. Now Ridge is gonna say, I don't want him on the property at all, this house or Hope's house, because he violated. He violated. Can you blame the man? And she's not going to abide by it. She gonna tell Hope, I'm sorry, but Deacon can't come around no more. And I'm sure Hope is going to let Deacon come around, and it's going to be right in Ridge's face. So it's not gonna last. So this reunion, the bridge reunion, is just not gonna last.
I don't know. I'm
It
gonna put
can't.
money. I'm gonna put money on because Hope already mentioned last week. Well, Mom, I mean, there's Dad and Bill. Like she's already put that seed out there. She's already spoken that out there into the wind. And we know that Deacon still wants Brooke. So I think it's gonna be them, maybe not together, but at some point, Deacon and Hope are both going to again ask Brooke to consider them being in a relationship.
So I don't doubt that coming up um after this next exchange. So once Brooke does say, I'm sorry, my husband come first. So and to be honest with you, it's something like this. Brooke is right because Hope is an adult. It's not like Brooke is choosing a man over her child. Hope is an adult that can get her own home. I mean, they have issues between Brooke and Hope have issues. Brooke, Hope, and Ridge have this issue with Deacon that is irreconcilable. The only solution is for Hope to get her own home off the property so Ridge doesn't have to endure Deacon. And if Hope don't do that, which we know she's not, Ridge is going to end up leaving Brooke. So this reunion of Brooke and Ridge is going to be very short lived because
Ridge
Deacon
tried
is
to
going
book
to
her.
ruin it.
Ridge was like, "Oh, you can leave if you want to get to know your father," and she was like, "Fine." And then here go Brooke. She's not leaving.
Exactly. That's
What?
my point. Exactly. And this is all her fault. That situation had solved itself. Hope went home and talked to Liam. Liam said, hell, I'm ready to go. She was like, okay, let's do it. And get right there to the thing. And Brooke is saying, no, no, I won't allow it. No. You remember how vicious she was and how she was growling at Ridge, barking at him? Her whole voice changed, like it went all demonic. Child, she asked for this. Now it's too late. Deacon is around, sniffing around, and he got Hope on his side. And what Hope won't, Hope gets. So
He come and
Brooke
go
can
as
say
he
bye bye to
please.
her relationship because just
He
as
just
sure
covered all that Brook house.
he did. Yes, he walks right in. He knocked. He bloop bloop. Open the door. Hey, hey. Why even not? He just walks
Why
right
would
into
he?
the man's house.
It's not Ridge's house though. He just lives
That's
there.
true, but Brooke knows that Ridge don't want him there, and she does not discourage it. That man comes over, she don't turn him away. He sits right there in her living room with his legs wide open. I mean, this this Brooke and Ridge situation is ridiculous. It's so
Deacon,
ridiculous.
Deacon even put his feet on the coffee table.
He did. And his meat was all out there. I mean, he really just had his package in the lady face. I mean, seriously, I just can't. I just can't. And those Deacon and Taylor people that want Deacon and Taylor, oh
I really wish.
no.
I wish Rich had come over to Brooks when Deacon had his package out like that. That would have been real good.
Right. Him sitting up there.
He
I
would
mean,
have
you remember,
socked him
oh,
in
he
the
came to the door.
face.
Oh, Dad, come on in. Come on in. Wow. It's just like y'all still carrying on like it's not a problem.
It's the way how he walked in talking about some. Oh yeah, my two girls are here.
Yes.
Brooke didn't even think twice about when he said that.
Because she adores the attention. And that's always been the problem. Is that if a man wants you, you can't really do nothing about that. All you can do is shut him down. Brooke has a problem where she cannot shut them down. She'll try. I really only love Ridge. And they keep talking and she listening. She keep listening. And then she finally has to say it. I'll always love you.
But
She can't let him go.
yep.
And that's the rich issue with Ridge.
And now she
He
got Bill
thought
in
he
her
was
ear.
competing with other men for his wife. I mean, for Christ's sakes, the man put up all those barriers to Deacon because he knew what was going to happen. And she fell right into the trap. I mean, there would be nothing. Still, to me, Ridge is a fool for even saying, even agreeing to any terms. He's a fool for not just leaving. I care with the alcohol. This has happened. This happens all the time. In considering what I told you from the beginning about this dude, what he was gonna do, I don't care nothing about the alcohol. I warned you, and this is what it is. He's a fool for going back.
Because when Deacon first came back, Liam was like, "Why is he here?" And so was Ridge was like, what's going on here?" And then here go Deacon. "Oh, my daughter was writing me, and she didn't tell you, and I just decided to just pop back up." What?
Well, it's a
Hope.
free country. Deacon can go where he want to go now. But if the homeowners ask him to leave, he have to leave. So I don't blame the man for showing up. He was invited, but once it was revealed to him that he wasn't welcome, he should have stayed the hell away. But he chooses not to. He chooses to um, continue to go over there at the while the man of the house does not approve of it. And since Brooke allows that, she deserves to lose her husband.
At least when
That's
when
I
Rich
just
was
see
with
things.
Taylor. At
I
least
think
when
I
Rich was
just
with
see things
Taylor.
so practically. Even when it's a soap, I know it's a soap and we need drama, but when these stories unfolding and it's told so clearly, we it was told clearly. He warned you about Deacon. He was gone one night and you're in the bed with him. We don't care about everything else. We warned you about it, and here it goes. I mean, we as viewers, we should have the satisfaction of "I told you so." Let's end this farce and move on.
Well, we already got the "I told you so," remember? And then it was cleared up because it was all Sheila's fault.
Right, which is no payoff at all, because
Right.
it's like the writers try to gaslight the viewers. You feel me? I feel like they trying to gaslight me. When you lay the story out. Here comes Deacon. Everybody and their mama is opposed to it except for Hope. Right? Okay, that's the story. The story is Ridge keeps warning about what's going to happen. What happens? It happens. Okay, I'm a viewer. I saw that. So now don't tell me that all that stuff that happened before Brooke took a drink didn't happen. That's basically what they try to tell me. Because that drink happened, everything that Brooke did before that don't count. That's BS. You
That's
gaslight
that's
me, bruh.
correct. That's
You,
correct.
you gaslight me.
That's
You
correct.
can tell me after she took the drink, maybe you don't want to claim her for that. But don't try to tell me everything that happened before the alcohol don't matter. But that's exact. She tried to gaslight Douglas. She lied to Ridge for months. Ain't nobody calling her on that. Why ain't Ridge saying that you lied to me from New Year's Eve to now? I don't know if I can trust you. He keeps growling at Thomas for his 2-day lie, and that was just a 2-day lie that he didn't know. He didn't really, I'm gonna just leave it at that. Thomas shouldn't care about Brooke. He should have honestly said, "I didn't give a damn why she drank." But that's just me. Um, But they try to gaslight too much, and they always do it only for certain characters. That's what makes me mad. See, like right now with Quinn, we see Quinn is about to get the raw end of the deal, unless she take Eric for everything. And you know, I don't like that kind of storytelling. You just keep it real. If you telling story, I'm following. Don't try to tell me that I didn't see what I saw.
Right. I completely agree with you. But that was the I told you so moment. I actually think that somewhere in the beginning when Brooke was starting to tell Ridge about the drinking and Deacon and all that, at some point he did say, I told you this would happen. So yeah, we've already had the I told you so moment. If anybody was waiting for that payoff, if you missed it,
Yeah,
you
we
missed it.
missed it. Right.
You blink.
So now,
Yeah.
right. So it's just like she gets away with everything she does. You know what I mean? And that's what I don't like about it. I mean, we all saw it. We know what she was doing, and we know she should have lost it. We know she should have. It shouldn't even been. It should have been the end of it. But I'm gonna digress on that because that's going to materialize the way it does. And the only thing that I can do is hope that something nice opens up for Taylor over the summer, so that we can get her you know, out in some out clothes, you know, out in some heels, maybe. You know, what about on the beach or at the pool or something? She's too young and sexy to be sitting around here waiting on Growly Ridge, you know, Growly Ridge always barking at people to wake up. I just want some fun over the summer.
I've been and already told you I wanted better for Taylor than Ridge's old raggedy ass.
Right. So I just can't stand. I just would not want to see Krista Allen sitting around pining all summer long. Nope. I got to see her doing more stuff because she's so fantastic. I
Yeah.
got to see her doing most stuff like Bill. I take Bill and Taylor for a summer. I wouldn't want it long term, but for a really wild, fun fling, I could see two consenting adults. Bill is single. Taylor is single. Katie
Well,
is not returning feelings to Bill, so he's free.
But
well,
I
Katie has moved on since Bill, so he
well
is
she
free.
said
Do
she
what
is. But we all know how the Logan women are about their men. She can say that she's moved on from Bill, but the minute he takes up with Taylor, here she come with her little smug look on her face. Well, Taylor, you couldn't get rich, so now you're going after Bill.
Well, you know, I Taylor should say, well, who can I go after that you ain't had?
Right. You and your sister.
Right. There's
With
nobody that
nerves.
Taylor can go after that Brooke hasn't had, which is
because if
sad.
I
I would love for Taylor to get her a Dr. Finn, get her a new love interest
Right.
that to give us some flames, but you know that they're going to use Taylor. Oh God, they're gonna use her so long and drag her so long for Bridge angst. I mean, because there's nothing. I don't think there's any angst that you can give Bridge that anybody could care about, but we care about Taylor. So you know they're gonna use her. They're gonna use her so bad and for so long.
they gonna have her on the back burner when Brooke does something wrong, so he can go run back over to Taylor.
Yeah, it's just basically she's just going to be a prop over there for that angst, and it is sad because that angst is angst that nobody cares about. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a 35-year-old uh, soap opera couple that there's nothing else to see unless one of them go blind or lose a leg.
Ooh. Could you imagine Brooke going blind? And then you know what? Nope, because she would go blind and sleep with somebody and say, I didn't know it wasn't rich. I couldn't see anything.
Yeah, I could see that
Blindness would
happening.
be her excuse for sleeping with somebody else. I didn't know, Rich. I can't see.
Child.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
Lord.
The
It's just not a lot to squeeze out of those stones, honestly. That's how come I thought the best thing that they could do was have a big dramatic breakup where he go back to Taylor. I think that's the best they could do for Bridge. It's just a big, giant, nasty, messy breakup. Or they could have did a really great amicable breakup like they did over the 35th anniversary, but they're not letting it stick.
yeah,
They
they
could have just had a nice equal separate, walk away. still friends and still a thorn in Taylor's side, but they just can insist on dragging us with Bridge. It's so tedious.
They couldn't just let Reg walk away from Brooke just one time. Let him finally have a
And
brain.
just let it be done. Let us have a break. I mean, for God's sakes, let us have a break.
Because every time Taylor's around, he wants to be by Taylor, but here come Brooke. Being oh, I'm Mrs. Reg Forrester. You can't be by my husband anymore. But she wasn't saying that when Taylor had the ring on her finger.
Right, right. We all remember that. That's how come nobody respects. That's how come we as viewers don't respect Brooke's marriage, and we never will. I mean, anybody that was a fan of Taylor, OG Taylor, will never respect Bridge. Never. We shouldn't. We shouldn't. I think it's against the law. Uh-uh. No, we can't do that. Mm-mm.
But then Brooke tried to pull the same thing when Hope finally got married to Liam after 1,000 weddings.
Right. Well, but again, Steffi and Liam's marriage was of no consequence, even when Steffi was pregnant. So, marriage only is sacred if it's her marriage or Hope's marriage or Donna's marriage or Katie's
Like he
marriage.
didn't
Well,
even
not
tell
Katie's because
Steffi that he
she didn't even respect Katie's marriage. So, no, it's just her.
he didn't even tell Steffi that he even sent the annulment papers in. She had to go over to Brooke house to find out.
Find out what?
Remember what happened when Steffi was like she wanted Liam to come home, but then he was like already sent in the annulment papers
Oh yeah, because
after she
that was the
signed them.
day after the flowers, right? That was the day after Bill had told oh no, Wyatt told Liam about the lipstick on the pillow. Yeah, and and another thing, that's what I be talking about with justice. Wyatt never suffered for that lie. Katie never suffered for that lie. Remember, Katie was the one that because Wyatt wanted to tell and he told Katie that he was gonna tell, and Katie told him to keep it quiet. Y'all remember that?
Yep.
All those injustices when it came to Steffi and Kelly's dad, Kelly's father, unborn Kelly's father, all those injustices that went unpaid for. I'll never forget stuff like that.
That's why
I
I
think
was
that's
ready
why
when
I think
when
that
when Taylor when Steffi was like I'm ready to leave Liam. I was hoping when she got them shares from Bill, she was going to use them to get rid of Brooke and Hope once and for all. Because Hope and Brooke was scared when she came in. When she was just like, I have an announcement. And then Quinn was looking at her
oh
like,
yeah, because she
you
thought she was
back?
gonna tell everybody that she called Saint Hope the pure with her legs open to Steffi's live-in boyfriend and fiance or whatever the situation was at the time, while Kelly was still healing her belly button.
And I would have
So
told.
but Steffi protected their image. But they talk about Steffi like a dog behind her back. But anywho, she's a better person than them. She's proven that she's a better person than them. Those
Time
two
and time
people, yeah, time and time again, she's proven she's better than those two people. They have found their person in each other, so they can continue to be the hypocrites they are. And Steffi has a great man that is fine. Did y'all see those eyes?
yes, girl. If he
Did
don't
y'all
open
see
your
those
His
eyes?
ass twinkling now. His ass twinkling now. So
Ma'am, when Steffi said, "Oh, Finn, I feel like if I call his name, he'll hear me." Finn and Finn eyes started darting back and forwards. So we are getting a soulmate connection between Steffi and Finn. There's going to be a connection between the two. So so everybody watches Days, right? Seen Ben and Sierra? Sin.
dare I say it's destiny?
So their sin, no sin on Days.
Yes, I know who they are.
Yes, yes. So they have a connection, a psychic connection.
Yes, mostly because
So
their baby is from Satan.
well, no, before they was pregnant, they had a what had happened? What was it? Oh, when she got kidnapped. Y'all remember when
Yeah,
she was presumed dead and
yeah, and
kidnapped?
Susan had that tie-in with them.
The who?
Remember, Susan was the one who facilitated the whole thing because they thought Sierra was dead, but then
Yeah.
somebody brought Susan to Ben, or they brought Ben to Susan, and at first he
Mm-hmm.
was hesitant, but then Susan, Ben, I love her. Love Susan.
I love
But
her too. There's no better character. I think that was the first character I absolutely loved on Days was Susan Banks. I never forget the day I seen Susan Banks for the first time at the Kerry Eckert's mansion. Susan Banks was meeting Rex and Sarah. Because you remember Sarah from, our Caroline. And I remember
yes.
watching, I was like, ooh, Caroline, I'm gonna love this. And Rex told her his name. He said, my name is Rex. And she looked at him and she said, Rex, like the dog? Girl, I fell out my chair and I haven't turned my back on Susan Banks since. I love her.
She just has the wildest comments. And
She
I
does.
just, I'm still blown away that she made a baby with Stefano Demira, but
Well, who she thought
Well,
was
yeah,
Elvis.
because
I
she looks
will
just
say
like
that.
Kristen. Yeah, so when
And
they
that's
put,
the thing.
the fake teeth in and take
Yes.
off the glasses and put on makeup, she's a damn 10.
Susan was
So yeah,
supposed to
she
be
got a baby
a
with Stefano Demiro.
Susan was just supposed to be a one-note character that facilitated this fake pregnancy storyline that Kristen was running on John. But one of the things about Days is that they will lean in to a character, and if they are successful, they turn them into a regular, and that's what they did with Susan.
And it's a good thing because and I didn't even know Susan. I didn't even watch Days when the original Susan played, Ashley from YNR.
the GOAT, Eileen
Eileen
Davis.
Davidson. Right. I didn't
No, it's
even
like
watch Chris
Paul Quest.
Eileen
You got to say it all together. The GOAT, Eileen Davis.
Eileen Davidson. And hey, listen, I will. The GOAT, Eileen Davidson, because she
Mm-hmm.
is. She is. I always loved her. But I've never seen her. Well, I have seen her, Kristen. I've seen her, Kristen, recently on, was it Beyond Salem?
Beyond Salem, yes,
Yep.
honey.
Yep. I seen her, Kristen, in Beyond Salem. Only time I saw it. But I love Stacey Haydukes, Susan, and Kristen. I absolutely do. Stacey Haydukes, Susan, and Kristen is one of those, in my opinion, perfect recasts.
I agree with you, but I still the GOAT,
Well, yeah,
Eileen.
because that's just like Krista and Hunter. I mean, we love Krista, but I mean, Hunter. It's the original. We're not going to say that the replacement is better than the original. That's not what we're going to do.
Well, in some cases, like Nikki Newman, the replacement is so much better than the original that people don't even remember the
Remember
original.
the original, just like the original Adam. After what's his name? What was his name? Michael.
Michael Mulaney,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Mulaney,
yeah. Whatever. MM.
yeah.
Yeah. When the I don't even remember the actor before him that played Adam.
He was the first grown Adam.
Nope. No, there was another grown Adam before Michael Mimo.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. I can't remember his name, but remember that
Oh,
guy.
thank
That
you.
guy that guy quit right before the rape, but not rape. We got this new Adam when he slept with his lawyer because the old Adam wouldn't do it.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you who that Adam was. The guy right now is so Chris Engine was the first adult Adam in
Yeah.
2008. Chris Engine, I remember that guy. The
Mm-hmm.
media accused him of homophobia, but the actor dispelled these rumors, saying he was unhappy with his storyline long before the homosexuality. Okay, that's right. That's the Adam that got fired around the time because Adam seduced Rafe. That's right.
Correct.
I remember
That's
that.
right.
I remember
Yep.
him now.
Yep. Yep. So
Yeah.
when Mimu came in, it was like literally, oh yeah, it was another guy. He was another great perfect replacement.
Yeah, he was.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And to me, that to me still is my favorite Adam.
Mooney. Michael Mooney.
Yep.
Muney. Michael Mooney. I don't know why I
Mm-hmm.
want to say Mooney.
Yep. And I like the one that played in This Is Us. I like that one too. I liked his
Justin
chemistry
Hartley.
with yes, Justin Hartley. I liked his chemistry with Chelsea. That's the only time I really liked Chelsea and Adam. Those two, I like the chemistry of those two together, and that's the only Adam and Chelsea pairing I ever liked. And the only other Adam I liked outside of Mimu, only because of his chemistry. He was just fabulous, but he was fabulous. I guess I'm done with recast discussions, but I can never get tired of talking about Steffi and Finn's connection. I cannot wait to see more of it this week.
Yeah, I like Can said, he's gonna wake up the minute that her foot leaves the American soil. Like the plane will be taking off shortly, Mrs. Finnegan, and she'll be sitting there, maybe holding Kelly's hand, getting ready for takeoff, and then the plane will be taxiing the runway, and then the little machine will start beeping, and his eyes will flutter, and then his eyes will open. And as she's flying across the horizon, she'll say, Finn. And that's when his eyes will open. When she says his name, she's looking out the window over the clouds, and she's thinking about their life, and she just says, oh, Finn. And then his eyes flutter and open, and then it cuts to black, and it's Friday, and we'll be seeing what happens on Monday.
Well,
I
we're a
can't wait
day
for I'm
off.
trying, girl. I want it to happen just like that. I'm sitting up here listening to you, smiling with little hearts floating all around my head. That's
I
what I'm looking
know.
for. I'm living for it. I am living
I
for it.
I think this is the show's, how do I put this? Aside from giving them a fantastic story that they deserve, I also think, maybe this is me overthinking it, or who knows, maybe it's my anesthesia wearing off. God only knows. Um, this may partially be them giving Sin the story on the back end that we didn't get on the front end. Because remember, that was one of our biggest complaints with Sin. As happy as we were to have them, was that we didn't get any aside from, sometimes we got a love scene, but we didn't get romance, we didn't get dates or coffee or dinner or things like that. But now we're getting this great big build up, complete with a soulmate connection and a summer reunion in Europe. Yeah, I think somebody's giving us what they knew we was complaining about getting from Jump Street.
Yes. I think whoever whoever is making these changes, I think that they literally just looked at everything and say, "Hey, we gonna have to go ahead and get this house cleaned up. Let's get this house cleaned up and let's get these stories laid." And some of these stories, just like Steffi's love story, that Liam mess was so tedious and tired and wrought with so much stuff with Hope and Ivy and who else? There was always something. Who else? Wasn't there somebody else?
Um,
I
no.
guess probably not.
Sally. Sally.
Oh yeah, and Sally. So all that was just so much, and she never really had. Well, nobody has all of Liam, so that's the beginning and the end of that. So now, finally, after all, since 2008, Steffi's been a character since 2008. Since 2008, finally, we're getting something substantial, something that we can really root for. I am just over the moon because I am so hoping that it's true about the European reunion.
Me too.
And has Jackie posted? I haven't even checked today. I've been
She
real busy
hasn't
at work.
posted.
I thought I saw a notification for something, but I don't think I checked it because I was busy. Or I think, or either that or somebody tagged her in something.
Oh,
Probably that because I checked earlier, and the last thing she posted was the picture of her and the three boys.
all right. Yes, yes. I hope that European reunion isn't, just us speculating. I certainly hope so because
Well, Oh well, the scuttlebutt is that because KKL busted her leg, JMW is supposed to be the one in Monte Carlo next month, or rather, yeah, in June. So if we're 6 plus 6 weeks out, then they're gonna probably shoot those scenes while they're over there and have them in the can.
I would
So
love it
I would
if they're gonna,
estimate.
especially June, right? Because Tanner would have to be back before his wife goes into delivery in July.
Right. So I would expect us to see reunion scenes if they're shooting them concurrent with the Monte Carlo stuff about 6 weeks after that festival goes off,
Hmm.
which would be what? Late July, early August?
I thought it was June 24th or something.
I thought it was the 17th to the 24th.
Okay, in
I
June,
might be
right?
wrong.
No, you might be right because I remember June 24th.
Uh,
Well, Casey never said it was going to be specifically in Paris. He said Europe. So Europe is
Right,
Cujo place. It's probably most definitely going to be Monte Carlo since they're going to already be there.
right. And it doesn't matter where they actually are. They can
Yeah,
tell us
I
they in
don't
Paris.
care.
We wouldn't care.
Girl, they could be in Paris, Tennessee. I would not care.
Right. We wouldn't know. So yeah, I'm good with that. But tell me about, so how did you guys feel about Taylor and Ridge and Steffi's conversation, or about them um urging her to go away? Is it weird to y'all?
I still haven't seen that part of the show, so I have to go watch it after we get off of this.
I want you to talk some more, darling, because you coming off of anesthesia, so I just really want to laugh.
Kind of on the fence about it.
Uh,
I'm on
So
the
you
fence about it. I see where Taylor is coming from. I understand the benefit of it. She does need to kind of get away because she's she's just kind of drowned. Well, I'm not saying drowning in her sorrow. She's just everything is right now is just so raw. She still ain't processed a lot of the stuff that happened to her because she's missing Finn. And she probably just needs to go away and be with the kids, be somewhere fresh, get some fresh air and breathe. Let Amelia come. Go and cry in the sand if you need to. But yeah, just get away from town. This ugliness. I mean, there's just so much. Just go. But then on the
yeah.
other hand, I'm like, well, I mean, she probably would be better off around her family. But if her
Right.
family is just gonna hug her all the time, and she's talking about she's tired of people looking at her and with pitiful eyes, then yeah, girl, go and leave town. Yeah, she Taylor right. Ain't no other side to it. Taylor right. After Steffi says she tired of people looking at her and treating her with kid gloves, Taylor's right. Go get out of town for a while and let the people around you catch up to where you at. Because you at a level of greatness the rest of us ain't at. You ready to move on. We ain't. So go out of town, let us get straight, and then you can come back.
Hmm.
and I
And I think,
really,
mhm. Go ahead,
oh,
darling.
and I really did feel what Steffi said about her house just being this cave of memories of her and Finn, because that's their home. That's where their entire story has been up until this point. So it's not like going home is like a reprieve for her. Or it's not like it's this safe, cozy space where she feels like I can sit here and mourn and gather strength. It just reminds her of everything that she doesn't have now because he's gone. So not being at her house really does not sound like a bad idea right now.
Um, I you know I definitely, when I was watching it, I completely, it felt so weird to me, honestly. So when the people were saying it on Twitter, I was still working, so I couldn't actually watch it. But when I went, I literally was saying, well, it sounds like they trying to prove this connection here. They keep trying to tell Stephanie to leave, but she keeps saying she don't want to leave because she feels something. Maybe that's it. And I didn't quite get that today, so I was understanding after I watched it why the people were kind of complaining, like that whole conversation was weird because it was weird to me too. I know that the lady got to leave and go on maternity leave, so I'm not gonna really put too much thought into it. She got to go on maternity leave, but you would think the writers would be have a better way of her deciding to leave or going and still showing the connection, because it did really feel like the only solution was for her to leave, even though she didn't want to. It really did feel weird. I think that was a big fail, because if they were trying to push up the psychic connection for her reason not to go, they missed the mark. If that's what they were trying to do. So I hope Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday we really get more of the connection, and hopefully she'll be saying that's why she want to leave. That's what it seemed like. She just didn't feel like she wanted to leave. She feels like she's abandoning Finn. It don't feel right to her. They're gonna really need to make that clear tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday.
Yeah.
I'm petty
Because if
boo because what I will tell you that I find absolutely fantastic about this situation, aside from the fact that we have a reunion of reunions around the corner, we just gotta wait a couple of weeks for it, is the fact that I know that Steffi is gonna pick up her child, both of them, put them on that plane, and just tell Liam, "Yeah, I'm taking Kelly to Europe. Deuces. I don't need to ask you. I don't need your permission. We're going to Europe."
yes,
I know that's very petty,
Oh,
but
you
I can't
know
help it.
his ass is gonna drive her to the airport.
Of course he is.
stop it, people.
He ain't got nothing else to do but to drive Steffi. Hey, let me drive you to the airport.
But
Like
she's got
saying
Taylor and Ridge and Thomas to take her. I love the
in
Tridge
in a
family.
damn town car, probably.
Right. I mean, those guys, those four characters, Taylor, Thomas, Ridge, and Steffi in the same room, I freaking love it. I would love to just imagine them off screen doing shit together. I imagine them off screen driving Steffi to the airport. That Tridge family is really something special.
Yeah,
And I
but
like it, even though Ridge is not with Taylor. Yeah, I really do. I like it.
well,
I like
she
that
don't have to be with
family.
him. But I'm gonna stand by
Right.
for offering to take old girl to the air. Just let me drop you and the kids off at the airport. Cause
Well,
he
I'm
already picked up Amelia.
I'm
Well,
sure that Hope and Brooke will be ecstatic. They don't have to worry
yeah.
about Liam being over at Steffi's no more.
Well, they better worry about his little dumb ass falling out on the airplane.
Oh, that's a personal problem. As far as
Oh
I'm
my
concerned,
goodness.
if you can't
That,
keep your
yeah,
man
like
in
he
the
did in
country, boo boo,
Australia.
that's on you.
Um, but they not gonna have Liam drive her to the airport because they already said that she's going to give him a teary goodbye. So I'm sure she's going to tell him the goodbye at the Cliff House.
Okay. Because I've
you
seen
you trying
Terry
to make me
goodbyes
go
at the
there,
airport.
huh?
I said, because I've seen Terry goodbyes at the airport.
They're not gonna put her at. They're not gonna do a location a location for him to say goodbye outside. Well, I guess they could do it outside on the roof.
Uh-huh.
They
They could,
could
but yeah,
on
they
the
could.
tarmac or some mess.
But they could say it's on
Oh,
the
good
roof, right? They
lord.
could show a stock photo of a tarmac with a plane and put her out there on the roof, out there in the sun, and they'd just be like, "Well," but that's too much. Liam need to go home, child. They got to, they have to troll us every damn step of the way along our seeing reunion. I mean, they gonna troll us with the teary goodbye. So once he gone, we think we gonna be able to breathe easy, and then next thing you know, Liam, like you said, who was it? Can said that Liam was gonna jump on a plane and go to Europe like
All
he
I
did
know is
last
I don't
time when
want to see
Steffi
no
was in Europe.
Casablanca bullshit.
Right. Remember last time
Mhm.
he went to Europe when she was in Europe with Phoebe and Kelly.
Hmm. Well,
Child.
if he does that, he gonna be doing it because he decided to do it, not because he get called to come over there.
Yeah, and hopefully Steffi will be so distraught that she won't even answer Liam's calls. Let's just put it that way. Hopefully we just see a screenshot of Steffi crying in a room or looking sad in a room, and Finn looking. Then we get another cross of Finn. I just don't even want to see Liam in it. We gonna go ahead and give them this teary goodbye, And God, I hope it's the
Well, the
last one.
the common sense thing would be if that does happen, if Hope had any sense, she would say, "Well, look, Donna is unemployed. She could watch my kids, so she could stop playing pickleball with Eric, even though she don't know about that, and say,
Mhm.
well, let's go to Europe then, the both of us." That's what a woman with sense would say. If you need to go take this trip, then I'm gonna go take it with you. But too much common sense is this show gets
Yeah,
allergic.
yeah, yeah. Because he ain't got no business going over there anyway. She grieving. She went to get away from folks. Mm,
I mean,
went to
hell, if
get away.
anybody should go visit her in Europe, it should be Ridge or Taylor.
Exactly. And hopefully it would be Taylor do a trip over there. Because again, once Ridge decides to go back home to Brooke, Taylor gonna need something to do. And if she's not sliding up under Bill or having a date with that young hot waiter at the Il Dargino. So
Or
if that's not gonna happen, that cute waiter at Il Dargino.
that's not what I said.
What you said?
I said,
Mm, 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 mm.
What?
darling, heard what I said. Tell her, darling. Tell her,
You
darling.
didn't, you didn't hear what she said about what the couple you don't want to hear about?
Tell
I
her,
didn't hear it.
tell her, darling.
No, Bubbles, you go
Say
ahead,
it.
because all she gonna do is
I
treat.
said, Deacon.
Deacon, child. So listen, we already know it's not gonna be Deacon. Listen, y'all. This is my pleading voice. This is the voice that I use when I don't know it's true, but I got to believe it's true for sanity. So listen, we know it's not going to be Deacon. We know it's not going to be Deacon because the spoiler said that Deacon was going to remain loyal to Brooke. So it's not going to be Deacon. It's going to be Bill. Bill is going to go after Taylor because Ridge is going to tell Bill that Brooke is off limits. And so Bill is going to huff and puff and say, okay, all right, Forster. And he going to bump into Taylor. And he's going to say, hi, the other Mrs. Forster. Huh. He's going to start making a pass at Taylor. And since he's single, I wouldn't mind for Bill and Taylor to fold themselves in a pretzel over the summer.
And I don't hate that. I absolutely love that. But
Me
I
too.
also love the idea of Deacon because that would make Ridge even more upset.
It
Well,
would,
Ridge
but it
is
would
gonna
roast
be
Bill.
irate in either situation, because that's the beauty of it. Ridge is going to despise it no matter which one of those two men it is. He will not be able to tolerate it because
Exactly.
unfortunately, he is a lot like Eric, even if they are not genetically related. They don't like to let go of things that they don't feel like that they feel belong to them, even if they are with somebody else. Ridge
Exactly.
isn't quite as malicious about it like Eric has been in this last go around with Quinn and Donna, but the only thing he gonna be thinking is, there ain't no way. There's just no damn way that my ex-wife is with this clown.
Right. Either one of the clowns. Now, see, with Deacon, I went down the rabbit hole with Deacon is just a low life. Deacon is the lowest of the low of all the characters on the show. I mean, seriously. I mean, I don't find anything redeeming about the character. And I'm not an elitist or anything, I'm not a classist. I'm pretty poor. I'm just a regular person, everyday
I
person.
mean, I mean, I get Sam's point of view because Sam's point of view is simply this: Deacon got his intro to the show a long time ago. Deacon got his intro to the show like 3 damn Ricks ago. You know how long ago that is? 3 damn whole Rick Forrester.
Long time ago,
That's a long
and
time
two or
ago.
three Bridgets ago.
Exactly. So on that, the problem is that on paper, Deacon ain't made much of himself in all them years. He's done.
Period.
He hasn't really done anything with himself, and it
Nothing.
is a bad look. I ain't even gonna lie. It's a good thing
Nothing.
that Taylor ain't no socially upward mobile type of person. Because when you talk about being on your level with somebody, well, unless Deacon is can really lay the pipe, I don't know what level he trying to get on because that's his only saving grace at this point.
And that can't be too much of a saving grace. It hasn't saved him. I mean, because if he was doing it like that, he would be kept. He wouldn't have a problem keeping a roof over his head if he was doing it like that. So no, that's not even
No,
saving him.
it's not just that he doesn't have money though, Amaya. He don't have a money. He doesn't have a career. He doesn't have a plan.
He
Like
doesn't have
he
skills.
he doesn't have any. He has no direction, which
He
is a cute storyline to play in your early 20s. But Deacon is a grown ass man now.
Deacon got
At this
grandkids.
Exactly. I mean, if he wants to run a bar or a club like he used to, okay, fine, run a bar and a club. I don't think somebody who used to be in AA or who
Alcoholic,
had
right?
a felon could get a liquor license, but but figure yourself out. At this point, Deacon is this far along in his fictional life, and he is still no more sorted now than he was when he showed his raggedy ass up in Furnace Creek all those years ago.
And that's what I mean by he is just not good enough for the princess of Morocco. I mean, I'm not even here for some get rich quick deacon. I mean, this is the character. I mean, so if you're gonna up and try to make him overnight into some well off sensation somehow, you can do that if you want to. But I mean, it's totally out of character. This character has been a loser from the beginning. That's what his role was, to be a loser,
Well,
and that's what he's
I
been doing.
I mean, I think Deacon at this point, I think Deacon really at this point, Deacon because of his lack of progress in life, and Bill just because of how he is, they are at the level of what I would call they about worth a tale of entanglement, not a relationship at this point. They both got
Right,
to do some other things to be on relationship level.
right,
Deacon, I'm hoping that since Deacon says he comes to the realization he's a good person, that he's not, the most awful person in the world. Because say what you will about Deacon, he ain't sat up here and shot his child, and Sheila did. So, you know, apples to apples, it's like, you know what, I'm not the worst person in town. So I can see how he came to that conclusion.
hmm
I hope that kind of sets him on the path of trying to sort himself out. Because here's the thing, your whole goal cannot be the back room at Il Giardino, wiping down tables and mopping floors and cleaning the ladies' room. You need a plan,
right.
sir. That's okay. I mean, that's okay when you first get out of lockup, and that's okay for your starter pack, so to speak. But how long has Deacon been in town now?
And he's been in town since just before Taylor, right? Like November.
Uh-huh. So he's been in town November. We about to roll into June. You having your starter job is all fine and well, but you need to try to figure yourself out, because if that's the whole thing if that's all you're going to be doing for your entire time here, sir, you ain't doing no better now than you was 25 plus years ago. And that's a sad, sad sight for a man in that age group.
You could say that again. So I could see Taylor and Bill, having a summer fling because Bill has the means to actually treat Taylor well while he's enjoying her cake. Jump on the private jet and fly off to wherever and you know go out to the Stella Mara and spend the weekend. That's the kind of fun I'm talking about for Taylor. Deacon can't give Taylor what I need for her to have.
Well, yeah,
So y'all
Taylor's a
pray for
class
me. Y'all
act.
pray for me. Pray for me,
We
y'all.
will, because if it ends up being Deacon, you gonna about lose your shit. I can tell
Yeah, you
already.
can tell when it hits my screen, if it's Deacon, y'all, I'm gonna have a Twitter meltdown. I'm gonna call Deacon
Yeah, we
everything
know it's
but a
coming. If
child
it
of God.
happens,
If it
you gonna
happens,
be fell out and be like, how y'all didn't put the princess of Morocco with this goddamn
toilet scrubber.
And I'm
I
going to
mean,
oh
have,
my throat hurts.
seriously.
Don't
I
make me laugh.
mean, I probably
you
be
know,
hashtagging free Taylor.
you might want to go and start it now.
Oh God, stop it, Bubbles. Oh, y'all pray for me. Pray for me.
Hashtag
And pray for
free
Taylor.
Taylor.
And pray
I'm
for
gonna
my
be
princess of Morocco
I
that she
hope
hits a baller for the summer.
I hope I'm watching live if that come to pass. Because the first thing I'm gonna tweet is I'm gonna be tweeting. That's it. Are you okay?
Yes,
You
definitely. And
you,
I'm gonna be
you
I'm
all
gonna be
right?
screaming in all caps. No, the hell I'm not. Get my Taylor away from him. I can't. I will lose it if that thing touches Taylor. I'm sorry. I just can't. Oh my! You remember how Steffi looked at him when she went into Il Giardino?
Like he was raggedy. Mm.
Girl, I mean, she like she like half looked at him, like she started to look at him and changed her mind. She just was like, mm-mm, no. Me and my
You
girl on the same
guys,
page.
hold on a second. Oh, never mind. Can is not with us because she.
Oh, I see. I see her in the comments. Yeah, she said she got kicked out.
I have not been
Where's she
paying
at?
attention to the comments.
Okay, on the thing where you see private chat, you see the messages that we type in the messages, but if you see comments, you'll see the comments from the YouTube video.
I do. I see it, but I don't see Can Can. Oh, yes, I do. I see her praying for me. Oh, wow, because I'm way up here. Okay.
Yeah, I just had to go
Hey,
back and
Irene. Oh,
scroll.
look at all the folks. We got Irene and Steven. Or Stefan. Never mind, Stefan. Can Can.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was
look
not
at our
paying attention to
YouTube.
the comments because
Okay.
I'm talking. I'm not looking at the screen.
Cha, cha, cha. Well, I've been typing more than I've been on the screen, so when the comments pop up, I probably haven't seen them because I'm on
Oh,
my phone.
because Can Can says send her a link on Twitter that the link isn't working for her to rejoin.
I sent it to your inbox, Can. Go to your inbox. I
Taylor
know.
and Carter. She talking about Taylor and Carter. Okay, so y'all don't get me started with Carter. Carter don't need nobody else.
Oh no, Carter is officially overbooked.
Carter don't need nobody else. Um, Carter is head over heels in love with Quinn, and we are watching their angst. I just cannot wait for their payoff.
Mm-mm. Carter's eggplant is officially overbooked. Nope, no more. There's no
Yep.
more room.
Yeah, Carter can't do nothing with Taylor right now. I mean, Carter
Mm-mm.
has had enough of dipping in and out of um random.
Yeah, Carter out there crying, honey. He not trying to.
I have to go watch that before I go to bed early this evening because I'm sorry they didn't got that man up here busting out the Brooke Logan teardrop, and in my heart I really want to believe KKL was on the sideline going, hell yeah, Vincent, you do that.
Just like
This
that.
is
Just like
yeah,
that.
Lawrence is in his bag right now. He has found his groove. He's found his scene partner that he works well with. Now, the only other character to me that he worked well with like this was Maya.
Oh
I, I
yeah.
liked, I liked their. I didn't like their story, but their chemistry I really did enjoy. They worked well together. Even in their other stuff. Remember that other thing they did was on YouTube. What was it? The seventh room or the seventh door?
Roommate.
Yeah.
Roommate. There it go. There it go. Yeah, they were fantastic in that together.
I think he
Very
wrote
very
that for
fantastic.
real though.
Yeah.
I,
He did.
yeah.
Lawrence wrote it.
Yeah.
Hmm. He indeed did. Wasn't it 2 or 3 seasons? It was more than one season.
Girl, I didn't watch all of it. I ain't even
I
gonna
didn't watch
say
all of them,
lie.
but I watched a few of them, and they were very good. And he wrote it. It was very nice. It was nice. I didn't watch the whole thing, but yeah, it was good. And he's just in his bag right now. I mean, he really is firing on all cylinders. He's probably doing some
Did,
writing, and he's really
uh,
into what he's enjoying his work.
considering what happened, I wanted to ask, did anybody peep the writer's credit for today?
I couldn't because you know what they're doing, and somebody else pointed that out that even the opening credits. So I'll be watching on break, so literally I don't even watch the credits half the time. But today I specifically went into the end of it so I can catch the credits live, and they didn't do all the credits. They just did the creator, the writer, the what is Bell's other title? He's the head writer and executive
Executive
producer
producer.
and the creator. And I think they had Cynthia Pop. As a matter of fact, I wish I could go in there, but I can't because I come out.
Now,
Just
see, that
recorded.
is strange. The reason I say it's strange is because don't we normally get full credits at the beginning and the end of the week? Because technically, wasn't today supposed to be Monday's episode?
I think we was already a day off, and we yeah, you're right because they didn't skip a day for the holiday. So, what's today? Monday. So this was
Yeah,
supposed to be
today's
Friday's
Tuesday.
episode. Today
So,
Tuesday.
well, yeah, today's Tuesday. So yesterday was supposed to be Friday's episode, and today was supposed to be
Be
Monday's
Mondays.
episode.
Well, they definitely did not do the full credits at the end because today, Sister Girl actually got it live. I
Hmm.
literally caught it
Curious.
right at 2 o'clock, and I could rewind back, and literally, it didn't have all the credits like they normally have.
That is
So
curious.
maybe it's again something to do with the other people. But the opening credits I found. Oh, there go. There's you. You're watching the last scene. She's got it pulled up, and it's going to be a lot of commercials. Bradley. Yep, you just went. Oh, wait a minute. Yours
Jennifer
is still
Howard,
rolling.
hold up. Wait.
Is that today?
Michelle Van Jan, of course.
That was today?
Yeah, was that today, Bubbles?
I didn't get that.
Yeah,
Yes, I'm
So that
trying
that's
was
to
today?
keep it the full screen because it
it
automatically
minimizes it.
color screen. Yeah, and so then when you click it to make it big again, then you have to start it back over.
Okay, so
Yeah, mine
Michelle
didn't look
Van
like this at
Jan.
all. As a matter of fact, mine had all commercials. Mine didn't look like this at all.
Okay, now see that's interesting. We didn't get the full cast lineup, but we did get full writing credits for who wrote today and who directed. So that's
But I
something.
didn't. But I
Wait,
didn't on live TV though. I did not
wait,
on
I
live
wanna
TV. Is this live or
wait.
Paramount?
I wanna make you I'm gonna make you laugh. That looks like that's on Paramount. I want to
Yeah.
make you laugh, Sam. SB Ryder commented, Deacon is a sleazy loser. I hope his summer love interest is Bridget or Brooke. I'll accept Taylor with Bill, but not Deacon. On Y&R, Deacon stole and desecrated a corpse.
That's crazy.
Damn. He
Well,
desecrated a corpse?
okay, well, what had happened was he was responsible for providing the fake body that everybody thought was Diane Jenkins. He helped her fake her death, and that is now public knowledge. That's how she was able. We had that whole big ass who done it all them years ago just to find out that she wasn't dead, and Deacon Pony got a dead body out of the morgue to to take her spot.
So SB Writer is basically confirming what I said. Deacon
Yeah.
has always been this way.
Well, that
And
was real hard in Deacon Criminal in Deacon Criminal years.
I mean, I'm not saying that Deacon is a good
right,
person at
right.
all. I'm
If
just saying sometimes a girl just likes a little dirty dick on the side. That's all I'm saying.
but his is too dirty. We're gonna get Bill's.
It's like
We'll get
okay,
Bill's.
it's like this. Sam, think of it this way, okay? Think of it this way, Sam. You know how a couple of streams ago you were talking about how you were making changes to your diet because it made you
Mm-hmm.
feel better. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes that's what you need to do. Sometimes you need to eat lighter. Sometimes you need to eat easier. And sometimes you just want the greasiest, fattiest, absolutely most caloric burnout meal possible. You literally want to roll up to a place that is not just a greasy spoon, it's a greasy spoon that Waffle House wouldn't go to and say, I want what's on your menu.
I'm not gonna have
So,
no disparaging the Waffle House on my
uh,
watch. I
well,
just
since
man,
Ti son up in here talking to the Waffle House employees any kind of way, I have bone to pick with them. They're not supposed to go out like that, but that's another story.
they
um.
logic behind people talking.
So yes.
So
Yes, I
it's
understand. I
this
understand what you're saying.
what I'm considering this the if Deacon and Taylor, part of the way that I am looking at this is if Deacon and Taylor go ahead and end up hooking up even for a while, I'm going to look at it as the equivalent of Taylor just deciding out of nowhere, that she's a vegan, but she decided she just really needed a pork chop sandwich.
Just like Liam eating that damn meat that one time. Everybody slips once in a while. Everybody
It's
slips.
that, yeah, it's
Yeah,
gonna be a
I
slip.
don't want. Taylor has been celibate for maybe 5 years now, 4 or 5 years. If she can go, she can hold out a little bit longer. All I'm saying, she can hold out a little bit longer. Deacon is not it. Deacon is she might get the fattest, greasiest, nastiest burger that she looking for at the greasy spoon, but
He
she
gonna
is
knock the
not going to be
cobwebs out of her
satisfied.
pipe. He gonna
She ain't
knock
gonna be
the
satisfied
cobwebs
with it.
out of her pipes.
She not gonna
Um,
be satisfied with it. It's
Well,
just not
wait,
gonna be
Sam,
enough.
girl, I'm not
Sam. Oh, this
forever.
is a
So what
this is a summer fling,
right? Not even the whole.
literally a summer fling.
You trying to set
So
them up in the house? I'm just trying to set them up in a bed for a couple of hours.
By the
I
time the
don't.
leaves
He just
turn, this
no.
mess is gonna be over, or it need to be.
Right? I'm
I
trying to
just
see
can't do it,
Taylor
y'all.
take off her clothes and walk down saying, "Do not ever tell anybody this happened." Like that's what
No, I
I'm.
can't. Listen, I'm over here crying, talking. No, I can't do it. I just can't
Look
do
at
it.
it
No.
this way. It's like if Taylor went to Vegas and decided to stop at the Heart Attack Grill. There's no valid reason for a human being to go to such a den of inequity of food,
Oh,
but people still go there.
people talking about hamburgers. Oh my!
I know, right?
I don't understand the disrespect for cows, but we're
Oh
not
no, I love cows.
we're not gonna get.
I absolutely love cows. I love hamburgers. Actually, right now, I would probably kill somebody for a steak if I
Oh,
could have one. Unfortunately, I could not. My stomach just can't handle it right now. But
but
when it
Deacon would
can,
be
yeah,
the
I'm going to give
sirloin
me a
of
steak.
steaks.
Oh no, he don't get to be the sirloin. He get to be the, how do I put it? Deacon is doesn't get to be sirloin in this case. Deacon is, if you go to the Ryan's buffet and they have Salisbury steak instead of real steak.
I'm not
That's
gonna
Oh,
have
oh,
nobody
okay. You talking
talking
about cube steak,
about
honey? Yes.
mhm.
work on that because we was poor. I cannot sit here. This is unfathomable disrespect. Why all of it got to be food related? Why is y'all out here? I just can't do this with y'all. You know what? I feel personally disrespected. I feel offended. I feel like somebody
I'm
has.
glad you offended me with that Deacon and Taylor mess. So I'm
Well,
glad.
you know what?
Well, I figured her with the
She
food
gonna
analogy.
on that house. You know what? I hope she do it twice, and I hope they
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
and I hope they, and
Oh
I hope she
Lord.
say something like, "I really can't even believe I am doing this. Oh my God, what am I doing?" And then she looks around the room and discusses, "Oh my God, what am I doing?" And then he sits up in the bed behind her. Me, you doing me? That's what I want for
oh
you,
my God,
Sam.
I'm grossed
Well,
out.
That's what
basically,
I wish for you now.
we accept it as Taylor having a craving, and she just got an itch to scratch.
Now, what she said.
Uh, oh, oh,
since since Bubbles think
oh.
since Bubbles think I got beef against since Bubbles think I got something against the beef industry.
Y'all coming after all the beef tonight. And I'm just sitting here like,
I'm
why
right.
you come fish
Sirloin,
something
cube
that
steak.
nobody wants? I,
Yes, child.
I still like cube steak, so
Well, no, no, I love a good steak or a good hunk of beef, but when I go out to eat with various people in my circle, we always have to choose a place that has something for everyone. Meaning, yes, I wanted to have a decent steak if that's what I want, but so and so needs to have a place that has a decent pasta dish, and so needs a place that has a decent salad. So we kind of always
Mhm.
end up going to these places that are kind of like, in the mid range that has something for everyone. It's never really
Mhm.
like I can't get these people into a steakhouse for all the tea in China because they
Sure
don't like
enough.
any of the other stuff that's on the menu.
Right.
So I
That's the
just go.
same
So
with
I
me.
just go with my. I just go with my significant other. I go with other people who want to eat steak.
Hmm. We can't because my aunt always wants to do steaks, and it's just like I'm not going to a steak place. I mean, I don't eat steak like that. I eat a steak every now and then, but I want to go to a steak place. I want to go to a place to serve other stuff.
Oh
It's
my
like no, I don't want to go
You
to a
know,
steak place because they
you-
everything else probably isn't good.
exactly. That's exactly what people who do not really
Not
eat
do.
steak like that
Mm-hmm.
think about
Don't want to
steak
go to a
joints.
steak place.
Like
goodness.
Nope.
even my mother, she rolls past the steak, one of the steak houses that's like not 3 miles from my house, and she's like, I bet it smell like meat in there. I'm like, what does
Yep.
that even mean?
It means something. Literally, I've been eating less meat, and my son's daughter cooked for not my son's daughter, my son's girlfriend cooked for the holiday, and she made cabbage, but she put a lot of damn bacon in it. And I mean, I'm I'm a meat eater. I eat meat, but
Mm.
I have been eating less meat. And I've been doing it on purpose, and I actually love it. But so I'm not against meat, so I go in there and I get me some cabbage, and it's got bacon in it, and some cornbread and some pasta salad. And literally, I'm eating it and I'm picking all around the bacon and I'm tasting it. And I'm just like, what is it? Just don't taste right. What is it? Just don't taste right in this cabbage. And it had to be the bacon. I literally couldn't eat it anymore. And I was smelling meat the other night. I think somebody was barbecuing outside my house, and I literally was smelling meat, and it was weird. So when people don't eat meat or at all, I know they got to be very picky about their food because I'm only
Hmm.
just starting eating less meat, and I'm more picky about my food and my meat. It's crazy.
No, I understand it. It's difficult here because the thing is we have steakhouses, but we have far more seafood restaurants than we have of anything else because well, we live in the cradle of the Gulf. So there's seafood on every corner. If you're looking for a shrimp that is grilled, fried, or whatever, you will find it. Crawfish, crabs,
Hmm.
you will find it. So if you're going to you have a lot of people who like to go to seafood places more than they want to go anywhere else, and I'm like, look, I like seafood, I enjoy it, I've enjoyed it all my life, but often I don't want seafood. I want a piece of beef or maybe a piece of chicken. I don't always want shrimp. I do not dig crawfish that much because I feel like they're too much damn work. And I don't want to fool with Dungeness crabs because you'll end up tearing up your hands if you're not careful. And I do like snow crabs, but same thing. I'd be like, come on now, let's go get a piece of meat. It don't have
You
to
know, I
be
don't
some
like
it don't have to be
Dungeness.
nothing from the sea.
I can't do the Dungeness crabs.
I hate some things. I tried one time
Mm-mm.
and I almost gagged. I'm like, what in the hell?
Yeah, they taste like
Beer?
salt water.
They
It's
are
not
a
even
pain
crab. It
in the
literally
ass.
tastes like salt water,
They are. They don't.
and they
That's
dry.
given a choice of crab to eat, I will pick snow crab over Dungeness any day.
Snow
I don't
crabs
want
and
snow crab,
king
period.
crab.
I've had the Alaskan king crab and I did not like the texture of that at
Oh, I
all.
love that. I mean, let me
Oh,
tell you
girl,
something about an
you ain't
Alaskan
like
king
no
crab
snow
leg.
crab dipped in butter.
Girl,
I
listen.
prefer snow crabs over all of them. Like if I had to rank them, the snow crab is first place. The king crab would be second, and then the Dungeness. I don't even want it on my list. I don't
It wouldn't
even
be on
want.
my list either. Right.
Mm.
First would be king crab for me, snow crab, stone crab, and that Dungeness got to go. I don't do blue crabs either.
Ex- and the thing is that down here you can get very spoiled with some things. I remember when I was much younger, much greener, when most of the seafood I had eaten in my life had come out of my mother's or my grandmother's or my auntie's kitchen. And I went somewhere and they had like a seafood boil and they had blue crab. And I remember when I cracked the crab open, I was like, "Oh my God, what is that?" And the person I was with was like, "Those are the gills." I'm like, "What are they doing there?" They're like, "You have to clean
Mhm.
those out." I'm like, "Oh God, no, 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 no." The only blue crabs I had fooled with at that point was the half a crab that was already
Yep.
completely clean. The dead
Already
man was
cleaned and,
gone,
and broke
and
in
it was
half.
in my gumbo bowl. I had never
Wow, they
fooled.
did all the work for you. You were spoiled, honey, because
I
you know
was
we had to
spoiled.
we
I
had to
was
pop the crab
spoiled.
out on crabs.
Yeah, I was spoiled. I was like what? I think I was like 19 years old at the time. So I had not really bothered ordering that kind of seafood out because my people cooked all of that. And I was just like, oh, I can't. Yeah, you can have that. Okay, I'm gonna get something else. No, no, no,
Mm.
no, no.
I don't get excited over seafood anyway, but if you take me somewhere like a Rodizio Grill or a Texas de Brazil, we will be best friends for the rest of our lives. Those people bring the meat to your table, just all kinds of meat, just whatever your mind can imagine, and it's the best meat you've ever had. But they also have like this lobster bisque that I just wanted to drown myself in. It was so good, you guys. They closed after COVID. I was so disappointed that we don't have those Brazilian steakhouses anymore because that was my birthday. Like a group of us would go and sit there and eat, and the people even bring the wine to your table. We've got the special wine. You
Hey,
want it? Yep,
shoot.
bring me the wine. Bring me all the meats, and start with the lamb. Don't be coming over here asking me if I want a damn chicken leg or one of these sausages. Go find the man with the lamb chops and the man with the leg of lamb. Send those two men to my table. I don't want to talk to nobody else. We just hit 9 o'clock with tappity tap tap Sam.
Oh,
Oh God,
before we
it was
yeah, before we duck
wow.
out, I wanted to bring up the SB writer said that Bell needs to bring back Prince Omar Dante Thorne. I don't know about Omar. He kind of obsessive. He
Hey,
just
listen, I need a Prince Omar for Taylor. Somebody that's got
can we,
all the money, all the loot, all the connections. He got all the best doctors and hospitals. Um, he could be possessive. He's the kind of man that can be possessive over me. He can handle all my needs, every single one of them.
Right. He done brought me back from the dead. Stalk me if you want to. I mean, I feel like that's
Exactly.
right. You
Exactly.
literally brought me back from the dead, sir. How can I say no? You want my toenail
Exactly.
clippings? Okay, go right ahead. You may take them yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you no. You brought me back
Exactly.
from the dead.
all right. On that
Exactly.
note, let's wrap it up, and I will see y'all tomorrow, hopefully with a more complete voice than I had tonight.
All right, guys. Thank you for so
All
much.
right.
All right, y'all have a good
It
one. Good
was
night,
wonderful. See y'all
everybody.
tomorrow.
All
Good
Good
night.
right.
night.